Everybody. Welcome to Biz Encounters for another story behind the journey of entrepreneurship. So today's guest is Stephne Hockenhull. Welcome, Stephanie. We're so glad you're with us today.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. So let's just jump right in. Tell us the name of your business and what you do.
One of my businesses is Love Misunderstood Institute, and it is a nonprofit organization where we educate about bullying and we promote to eradicate bullying and to promote peace, love, and kindness.
Okay, very good. So when and why did you start Love Misunderstood?
I started it because I had a lot of bullying as an adult, decades of experiences not knowing that adults bully too. So my son experienced bullying a lot throughout his school years, but specifically his sixth grade year when he was 12 years old. Um, he experienced bullying, and I still didn't know until decades later that what I was experiencing during the same time he was experiencing bullying was adult bullying. So I started the nonprofit so that I can educate others about bullying so that they can recognize what's happening to them and then be able to move forward.
Okay. So yeah. So when I'm trying to remember, I remember when you first started it, but do you know what year that was? I don't remember the year that you started it. What was it?
It was January 2019.
2019. Okay. So yes, I
Yes.
remember you getting just newly started in this, and so you have just grown and gone places with this, and so you have a
Yeah.
phenomenal story. So this is so good. So how would you say that you secured your startup capital? Did it take a lot to get things going, or how did you secure the money or the funds that you needed?
So I have self funded a lot, the nonprofit organization. I have gotten a few donations, but not many. I
Okay.
have not, I've had, like I said, a few donations, but I haven't had any grants or anything like that. So I'll work on it really hard for a while. And, I've put out fundraisers and tried to raise money, but to no avail. And I've learned just from those experiences and the things that I've experienced that it comes from a lack of uh, finances, just that mindset of finances. So that's why I kept self funding. But now I realize that's what it was, generations of, speaking poverty and just, impoverished mindset. So
Mm-hmm.
I, I'm one that won't ask, for what I need very much.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yes.
doesn't help either. So when I do ask and then don't get the funds, then I pull back again and go back to that same mindset, which hasn't helped me at all. So I continue to um, self fund.
Okay, okay. So when you started, did you have a lot of the tools that you needed, like a computer or writing programs, or did you need to purchase some items for what you're doing, or did you pretty much have it all already, what you needed to get started with?
I did not have anything ready because I did not know what I needed. I
Okay.
did not know. I may have had a computer, but I know I didn't have like the business things together because I didn't know what I needed. So
Okay.
I, had a few friends that I was with a lot that had their own businesses, and so we were helping each other with the little, whatever we knew, we would help each other with that.
Mhm.
Oh, here's something else I learned that you can do. So that's how I learned to put business together through those friendships, and then meeting other people and finding out what they knew, and then me trying it myself. But yeah, I didn't have anything together I don't think I had a laptop either.
Wow. Look at you.
But I must have had, because I remember doing create before Canva, before I knew about Canva. There were some, I can't even think of the names of those, but I was creating some pictures for events. So I
Yeah.
had to have a laptop. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I
Okay.
know I didn't have much of anything else, not even the knowledge of how to run a business. Even
Okay.
though I had ran a business before, I just went off of what I knew. So I'm
Okay.
still learning.
Self-taught. There you go.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So after you got things started and did you start something or start a program or start on a project that you had to pivot it because it just wasn't coming together right, or after you created it, it wasn't working right? So was there a time where you kind of had to change some things up a bit?
I did have to change some things. I started out doing events because, and I attributed that to liking to party. So I was like, I can have events. It's just like a party, just invite people and do certain things. And so I started out doing that and speaking, myself, and then inviting other people to speak. So that's how I started doing it. And then I heard about nonprofits, being something that I could do. And I was still learning more about business. And I didn't know how much I didn't know when I was running my businesses before. So childcare was one of the businesses that I ran in my home, but I was certified through the state. So I was doing that business the way, I had help with that, but this was much different doing a
Yeah.
nonprofit.
Yes. Yeah. Nonprofit's a little bit different than a business. So.
Yeah.
So, who would you say makes up your support system? Is it families, friends, mentors? I mean, who helps keep you going and encouraged?
My son is one. And then I have other friends that help and give me information. But mostly I learned from attending master classes, so virtual events. Somebody is doing something and I see it, on Facebook mostly. I see it on Facebook, and then I'm like, that's something I need. Let me go to this master class so that I can learn this. So that's how I've learned quite a bit of what I know.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So, continual education. Love it. You can never stop
Yes.
learning. Not stop learning.
No,
So,
no.
how would you describe your ideal client?
My ideal client for the nonprofit would be somebody that's ready to have their eyes open to what their experience is, the abuse, the bullying, and then helping them to understand that, yeah, this is happening to you or this has happened to you, but you don't have to stay there. So, with that ideal client, after educating them about bullying and the effects and all of that, with the bullying piece, then helping them to understand that love has been misunderstood, which is why the name is Love Misunderstood Institute. Helping them to understand that's not real love. And then helping them buy my coaching services through Mercy Proves Love Coaching as my business. But that is about healing. So healing is very important in bad experiences and hurtful experiences. Choosing to heal is so important and not just staying stuck. So that the ideal client would be one that is ready to start healing, ready to start the healing process and to stay on that journey, because healing is a continual process. So that would be my ideal client, somebody that's ready to not stay stuck, but to move forward in life and to learn to love themselves.
Absolutely.
Well,
And
God first and then themselves, and then they
yeah,
can love others. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. I just say you have such a great educational opportunity for people. Um, and you're right. There are some times that you get into an abusive situation and you don't realize that you're in an abusive situation. You
Yes.
just think this is
Yes.
the norm. This is just how it
Yes.
is. And so
Yes.
that to be able to realize, oh, this is not good, this
Right.
is not safe, it's not right, and then to heal from it. And I'm glad you mentioned that because even in my own coaching business, I have people that refuse to heal. And it's
Yeah.
just amazing that
Yeah.
they don't understand that they have to heal before we can move forward with anything. And
Yes.
so
Yes.
but it's a choice. It's always a choice, to make those
Yes.
decisions. So, yes, very good. So, knowing what you've gone through with your life story, I mean, I know your life story, but not everybody else. But do you find do you find that sometimes I mean, a lot of entrepreneurs have this where there's just life struggles that happen alongside running a business. I mean, do you experience any of that on how to make it all work, or does it hinder you when you get with a client that maybe takes you back, or have you healed from everything?
So I am continually healing. However, what you just said, I've learned that those are triggers and I've learned how to deal with the triggers. So it does sometimes the coaching does take me back, but then I've understood that I have a choice. This has resurrected, I'll use that word, this has resurrected for a reason. It's time to deal with the issue and not just put it away and say, oh, that happened years ago. No, it's time to deal with it. So you have to make a choice. Okay, I need to deal with it. So I'm always saying, just ask God, what am I supposed to learn from this? Because everybody don't understand that that's so important. And I hear people say, God, what are you trying to teach me? And I tell them he's not trying to teach you any, he's not trying anything. He just does. So if you
Mhm.
ask the question, what should I learn from this? What do I need to learn from this? How do I need to see this? Then that's going to help you move forward because you've made a choice at that moment to not feel that pain anymore and to not hold on to that. And so I teach about forgiveness too. I'm a certified forgiveness coach. And so I learned many years ago that I always ran. And even now, things are happening in my life that I have to stand up to. I have to face the giants and not run because that was part of why I feel like I experienced so much bullying and became vulnerable to bullying, partly because of people pleasing and then from running, constantly running away from and not knowing and understanding that forgiveness is really for you because I was miserable. I was unhappy all the time. And so I learned that by forgiving, I don't have to run and hide, which is what I was always doing. I I can forgive and it heals me. I don't get angry when I think about what happened or what was said. So then I know, well, you really have forgiven because I said I choose to forgive. And at that point, when I don't get upset or bothered by what used to trigger me and make me upset, then I know, okay, I have healed in that area.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what words of encouragement do you have for someone who wants to start a business or is just getting started? Do you have, or even for someone who's already doing business, we all need some encouragement. So what would you say to those people?
You have to encourage yourself. Um, And you encourage yourself by, I encourage myself by spending time in the Bible, studying the Bible every morning. Another way to encourage yourself is to constantly say affirmations. I am who I am. I am, not the person that people have called me. I am not the person, that's, so you just have to constantly say affirmations. I am happy. I am joyful. I am um, having a good life. So those are just a few examples. Words aren't coming to me right now. The affirmations I say are different than some people might say, because I say I am chosen. I am the masterpiece. God, you are the master builder. So I say affirmations according to the Word of God. I say some affirmations that aren't in the Bible. Um, I am better than people think I am. Things like that. So in those ways, you're building yourself up and you're building your confidence and your courage up to be able to stand up to things that are not, that don't make you happy, or that, that bring you down. So you have to bring yourself up by saying things to yourself. I am a beautiful person. I am smart. Things like that. So,
Absolutely. And positive affirmations are so powerful. And it's usually what you do is you take the negative words that your self talk and turn it around into something positive. So if your
yes.
self talk is, I'm an ugly person, then your positive affirmation is, I'm a beautiful person. And not only
Yes.
are you saying those to yourself, but I teach my clients to actually put sticky notes on their mirrors, on their refrigerators, so they're constantly reminded of the positive things
Yes.
that are in their life. And, we know it takes what, 28, 30 days to change our habits. And so, once we start telling ourselves some positive things, we're going to start seeing some changes. So yes, that's
Yes.
some great encouragement for business owners. So, well, thank you so much, Stephanie, for being with us today. This has
You're
just been a
welcome.
delight to get to visit with you. And Stephanie's contact information will be on the slide following the video and in the description below. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you at the next Biz Encounters. Bye bye.